Where's my music? Oh, what's up, man? I swear I hit play. I did hit play, but Spotify is not being nice. There we go. Hmm. What's up, Steve? How are you? It's going. So I got rid of the middle band because when it's in between the bands, it doesn't really matter to me anyway. And that was kind of my problem yesterday. Is that trade that I took was in the middle, so I could leave that band there, but it kind of clusters the chart a little bit, and I'm just like, I'll just take rid of it. But I used to only have the outside brighter looking bands, but yesterday I decided to add these inner bands to kind of give me more of a visual of I'm not taking a trade unless it gets through those bands, or like at least in between them. Like the actual indicator, or like what are they to me? They're the Keltner channels. So they're based off of the average true range, the ATR. One's on a 2.5 multiplier, and then the further ones away are on a 4 times multiplier. So to me, so this is kind of what I was doing with stocks too, but it was harder to find because stocks you'd have to constantly be scrolling and tickers and et cetera. But this I just have to look at one chart. But anyways, it's all about the volatility of the stock. So if the actual price movement is strong, it'll get closer and closer to those bands. And if there's anything I've learned, that usually the stronger the price action, aka the further away from the mean you get, you're going to get some sort of retraction. So the thought process is if we get a move into those bands, you can look for a trade possibly reversing back towards the middle of the range. Are you talking about this one or this one? This one? Yeah, ones like these, I'm not just gonna like put orders out like at the bands. It's more so the reason I put those 2.5 bands in there is down here I have an alerts log. I don't even know. Can you see that? No, you can't see it. So below the chart, I have an alerts log. So this is what I was doing yesterday during the day. It's why I wasn't really talking because I wanted to figure out a way to not do what I did again. So I will get an audible alert in my ear every time a candle passes through these 2.5 bands. So until I hear that audible alert, I should not be even thinking of taking a trade essentially. Well, you'd be surprised. Well, it's pre-market. And I mean, can you see over here? Hold on. So like here, like see how it came right to it? I mean, the thing is I'm not looking for long-term trades. So all I'm looking for is the move down and then the bounce up. And if you look at these candles, let me scroll in on them. See them. Possibly yes. But Well, look at the wicks on all these, right? So depending on where I got in, I mean, that's a pretty big move back up like in consideration. So, and I'm not looking. Oh, right, 100%. Well, that's what I'm saying. It depends on where you get in, but that's why I'm trying to be more patient. But if you look at these, I mean, they all have wicks on them. So, I mean, I don't know how these candles played out. Like, did they start at the bottom and then, go to the top and then close down here? Or did it start up top and close down here? Like, I just don't know. But the idea is we're looking for the scalps. And yeah, I mean, if you would have got in like on this candle, it looks like you would have got screwed. But again, I don't know. It really depends on each situation. But well, that's the other thing. And that's why, but what I'm trying to say is the closer, it seems like the odds, the probability, if you are close to this outer band, you're going to get some sort of retraction at some point. Right. So it's like if I did start it, oh, well, yeah. I mean, if we scroll back, my trades are still on the chart. I was trying to see if my, oh, you know why? Because it's on the MNQ Z one. Hold on. I just set all this up, so it's gonna. It should. Is this yesterday? No, this is today. Doji's. So like wherever it opened, that's where it closed. Trades. It's the 18th. Oh, they're there. Stick with me here. So here's the bad trade that I took right here. I wish I could. Yeah, like I started here, which was not even above that, not even close to that 2.5, because as it was going up, it would have been somewhere up here. So had my first entry been this candle, and then I got to add here, you can see it drew back to here, which is my first entry, would have put me in the green. And anytime I get an add in, I'm always looking to take it off as soon as possible because my thought process is when I first get in, it should like I'm looking for it to reject immediately. So I'm not looking to be a hero and scale out after I have to scale in. But then, no. But I mean, you can see like even though none of them really crossed on the way down, like it was the same theory. Like on the way down towards those lines, we get in and we get the pop back up. Get in, pop back up. Even this one, like look how early I started this one. And then when I got this ad down here, that would have been a great first entry. But instead I ended up, I mean I still got a decent pullback there, but I mean, even this one was pretty good, right? Even though it didn't get below that line, but it's just like every time you get that extension towards the bands, it's looking like we're getting a decent little traction. And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying about the okay, about over here when that big move down, or was this one. Like we don't know how these candles acted on the way down, right? Like this candle right here, it finished up here. So like if you get in on this candle and get an add here, this candle finished almost all the way up at the bottom of this candle. So it's like you definitely would have had a chance to get out. And I mean, even if you get in on this candle and like you're waiting to see what it does, even if it drops down to here, like this candle at some point was above, half of this candle. So it's like you still probably get the opportunity. My thing is I need to be able to accept losses. So like if I were to get kind of stuck in this, like maybe even after one ad and I can't get out, like I think it's time to just start looking for the exit then and there, take the smaller loss and look to get it back instead of just hoping that we're going to get the Uh, well, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree with you. No, I totally agree with you. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I would have did that yesterday, I would have been fine. I only would have lost like 200-300 bucks, and then I could have just waited for a better entry. I wouldn't have got it all back, but I still would have been better off. Right, exactly. Morning, fellas. I took the same trade you took yesterday. I didn't copy you, just a coincidence. I was. Did you end up okay on it? 10 seconds. Look, everybody. Who is that? Steve? Steve, your mic's playing back. Yeah, that was a shit trade. It just sucks because I was so close to passing the eval there. It was my own fault, obviously. But it's literally $25 away, man. I mean, maybe it was a good thing it happened, right? Because maybe we actually fixed an overall issue. Oh, I did want to bring up the spy. I forgot about that. Can't make it smaller. Sucks. Just want to be able to see the overall. It's acting. Good old chop here at the open. Yeah, lesson learned. Hopefully, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, it was a good thing, and we learned a valuable lesson. Really debating on maybe I will. No, but right now I'm not going to put that middle line in there. I don't need it. Are you talking to me? Yeah, nothing. Yeah. That's kind of the beauty, man. I'm trying, the less is more. That's what I'm going for. What do you mean? Why they go the opposite direction? Because it it's the ATR, so it's the average true range. That's what I was saying. Look at the volume. Sort of. It's I mean it's volume and price combined basically. You should hear it. Why is it not going off? Oh, there it is. There it was. Right as I hit it. Oh, it looked like it was gonna hold these previous lines. Sorry, let's see. Yeah, there was definitely some jiggling going on there. Worked out. Not how I wanted it. So, like I said, I'm not looking to make a killing on ones that go like that. I also just realized I forgot to draw my lines, which I still think I would have took that first entry based off of this. But right back to the middle line we go, probably. Ah, I I was only down like 200 bucks on it. Wasn't that bad. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I got 1,000. I wasn't planning on letting it go higher than that. Yeah. Well, moving forward, I'm not. That was kind of the whole point of yesterday. Once there was the attempted pullback on this candle here, that first red candle. I mean, if it goes higher again, I'm out. Like I'm not. That's my key. Like, okay, I'd rather just either be wrong and they can fake me out, or I can maybe get back in higher. Not gonna make that mistake anymore. Because at that point, I'm adding to a loser essentially. I'm not managing the trade. The NQ is the Nasdaq. So this is moving off the overall Nasdaq market. Then you have the YM is the Dow, and then the ES is the S&P. They're all, I mean, they're all essentially the same. I mean, you can watch the SPY, and it's, I mean, this is going to pretty much trade the same. Yeah, I heard you. Could you imagine top ticking that? I mean, it's part of it. So to answer you, Paul, like I'm looking for it to keep touching this. Pretty much. A lot of times, like where I got out, we'll get like a bounce back up to those levels and try to go higher. But and oh where I got out, yeah. But at this point, when it's down here in the median, I mean, yeah, we'll probably chop for a little while now. But yeah, Paul, so like I'm okay with the trade as long as we're touching this band. But once we start to get a pullback away from it, that's when I'm not interested anymore. Could I have maybe held a contract looking for this move? Sure, but I'm yeah. Well, no, so like yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I would say in stocks, and I never got there. How can we help you, Thomas? What are we looking for, Thomas? You trying to go north, east, south, west, northeast? think they just told you to shut up, Steve. Oh, they said it, just not directly. True. Looks like my fills on my main account were worse than my fills on P&Ls. So, Paul, how do I get all these people from Nutty Bar Trader over to my stream so I can start making some money off YouTube again? I mean, he's not really doing anything special. Actually, I wonder. I've been like he trades. He's got all these funded accounts, but then he only trades like on 3 of them and like super small. Way behind. Yeah, draw my line. See. Alrighty. Let's see if there's anything else going. Unfortunately, we're just kind of stuck in this range now. Got my lines drawn now. I should have done that earlier. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I still take this first trade. I don't think that's going to be a normal occurrence. I think Steve was just asking questions this morning. Yeah, these early morning volatility. Yeah. It's quite the volume on that candle too. I was I found this, which is what a lot of people look at. You can kind of see. I actually got in kind of where the main one, even with my yeah, sorry, on the NQ time. Nice. Did you get a better first entry than I did? Hopefully. 15,191. Oh, nice. You nailed that entry. It looks like so every night, Tom, we get a affiliate thing or whatever, and it didn't look like the reset was on there. And I mean, I'm not worried about it, obviously. I was just curious, and I remember I had said something to you, so that's why I mentioned it. Because you're not using TraderBait, right? Yeah, you're using Rhythmic, so these definitely weren't you, because these two were signed up through TraderBait. I mean, the theory worked, right? We went into the bands. I mean, where we actually got into the bands was the best entry, and real nice pullback right into the mean. I'll be patient. What do you guys think of the new layout as far as everything on the screen? I feel like I made it so you can see the chart better. It was really the only way to do it because on my main screen, I had to move things around and I couldn't figure out a way to make it look better. So the only way was to kind of box it off. Well, you're right. I'm not going to lie. I went into Nutty's stream and I was like, well, maybe I could just try that way. And so I did. What's up, Chris? How are you, man? How'd you do this morning? You didn't send me the typical DMs. I was looking over waiting for them. Did it work? I mean, it looks like it did. Right at the open, kind of chopped, but then you got the move straight up. I mean, it was still a decent move. You're only looking for 12 ticks. Looks like you got that. Nice. I'm a little frustrated. I was kind of hoping for more at the open there, but now it's just the waiting game. Can't believe it's already 10 o'clock. No gappers. Isn't that crazy? We had that like what was it like a week, maybe week and a half of all those gappers, and now we're back to no gappers. Or were there gappers and you just didn't take them? Trying to make a trying to take my existing live stream thumbnail that I had and turn it into one for futures. I don't really know what else to add. I put the Apex logo on there instead of the money bag. I guess really just the title is kind of all we can do at this point. I finally did a Windows update that's been sitting there for a while. I never restart my computer really, and I got tired of looking at it, so I finally did it. And now, like when I copy paste stuff, for some reason it takes like 10, sometimes 15 seconds for it to actually go through. Like if I cut paste, like I'll cut it and then I'll hit paste and it just doesn't appear for like 10, 15 seconds. And it's like, yo, where's my shit? Definitely something wrong with my computer now. This did not happen prior to the update. I was really hoping we got a nice break there, back up towards the highs, and then we could have got a possible trade. I mean, it could do the same thing to the downside. I just fear the downside a little bit more because I feel like overall, not looking great to the downside. Only shows this year. That's crap. It's not even just this year. I'm on like the 7-day trial that they offer. Shouldn't I get all this data? Kind of weird that I don't. I guess the downside's actually not too bad. There's a lot down here further back. Look at all these trades. Actually coming down. Yeah, some news just came out. The guy I just heard was Charlie Jr. Wasn't even Charlie. Something about SEC banning some kind of trades. I don't know what they were. Like volume based trades, I thought he said. Yeah, I don't either. Seems like the market hated it, but then they're like, we'll just go back to where we were. That was the most volume we had all day right there. Overall. Isn't it funny how like they always tend to release that kind of news like on the half hours? Like, oh, 10 o'clock. All right, let's make the market do something. Oh, 10:30. All right, let's do it again. And I feel like it's been this way a while now. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah. That's kind of, yeah, when I say a while, that's what I mean, like a week. Ooh, man. Yeah, Alpine. I mean, this is the crap that got me in trouble, so I'm trying to stay away from it. Trying to. I know you like the chop, but man, I swear, like it'll do this like 5 times, and then I'll get in one, and then phew, and it's like fuck. I'm not saying like when I finally get in, like it'll work, say like 2 or 3 times, but those 2 or 3 times don't make up for that one where it's just like I'm gonna I'm gonna go way up here. Yeah, I mean it's just you put yourself in the situation, you know. So I've told myself I'm just not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna start just being more patient. Let it come to me. Because I mean, if you backtest, man, I mean, there's gonna be times like where I was having a discussion with Steve about this move here earlier this morning. But like if you look at the candles, you can't necessarily tell how they played out. But all these candles close to the line, it looks like they gave you a chance to get out on each of them. Like they all have wicks. So it's like even though this looks straight down, it looks like you would have had opportunities to get out. But if you backtest, every time you see it hit these lines, I mean, what do you see? Like almost every time. Even this is overnight. Like this is 1 o'clock in the morning. But like if we go back to market hours, I mean, even I traded this one as it was getting close, but I mean, every time we get close to those lines, look here. I mean, this one kind of went sideways, but it still had like a giant bounce to begin with, right? I mean, you're getting your bounces. I mean, look at this one, down, down, down. And I mean, all of these. This was my stupid trade. It's not on here because I'm on the wrong ticker, but wait, it should be. It's gonna make me scroll all the way back. Oh, you know why? Because I'm on the PA account. Let's see, switch it. This was where the bad trade was. Had I waited until up near the bands, we at least got some sort of pullback, right? Bands, pullback, bands, pullback. I mean, all these weren't great. I took a bunch of trades here, but they weren't great, right? But every time you start getting close to the bands, it's like it's the same thing. Bands. Now this one looks like you would have definitely had to scale in, but still worked. Same here. This one looks like you might have to scale in, but still worked. I'm actually pretty sure I traded that. Oh, that was 3 in the morning. There was one that I traded that looked just like that. But I mean, it's same thing. It all looks the same. That's what I'm saying. You take 100 trades, you're putting yourself in the position to fail, basically. Moves like this, I'm actually not too afraid of. Like these are the ones where if it's a straight move, like if it consolidates towards the highs and then breaks out, I'm afraid of those. But if it has like a giant shot up through, if we would have got up towards the bands there, especially up towards the previous high, I'm probably looking to start a position there because the odds are you're going to run out of steam before you can get through that level, in my humble opinion. Maybe that's what I can put in that blank space as like a disclaimer. Some sort of a disclaimer. Just copy nutties. This is not financial advice for entertainment. Well, that's actually what's in my. That's what's in the bottom of my description. Affiliate or the trades seen in these videos are in no way intended to be used as advice or guidance for your own trading. These videos are intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Day trading and investing in the stock market in general is high risk. Please do not take any comments as a direction in trading your own account. I am YouTube. Come come join me on YouTube. Get my view count higher. Just one. Just do the YouTube one. What are you talking about? You don't need the Discord. It's the same screen. Well, this is true. Yeah. Yeah. You could actually load up the YouTube live stream in the background. It'll give me the view count. You just got to let it run. Yeah. I'll give you 250. Let me see what it would look like if I put that. Probably a good idea to actually have that up there. Yeah, man. Thank you. Concurrent, baby. Is the text that I have. Futures are the future. Let's go. Welton. What is up, man? Hold on. Give me 1 sec to read that. I just want to finish this while I. Is it really going to make me like hit enter a bunch of times? Hey, bud, long time no seeing. Remember me? Yeah, I remember you. I supported you in the beginning of your journey, but things have less than because. But but hang around less, gotcha. But because I was trading futures only, looks like you came back to the dark side now. Yeah. Albert, how do you copy trades between accounts? Do you have Quant Tower? Victor drop by more often again. Yeah. So I've been doing it for about a month. There's been lots of ups and downs. I put out a video. I want to say it was last week, kind of explaining how I got to where I am at the moment. Uh, and Albert, Quant Tower has a free copy trader, so that's what I'm using is Quant Tower. And let me see if I can bring it up. The copy trader is. Let me get this off my screen and then I'll explain it to you. I need to figure out how to. It's really gonna make me. I was hoping it would let me adjust this. It's gonna make me put it this way. Let's see if Yeah, so I basically talk about how I ended up where I did. Um, basically, my very first account that I had, I got it funded, and I then got it to pay out, and then I blew it up before I got the payout. It's it's Luke. Hey, that's my job. I can make that look better, but I'll leave it there for now. Yeah, get Quantower. It's free. The copy trader's free. Everything about Quantower is free unless you want some like additional features. Like I'm actually going to end up paying 25 bucks a month for the alerts that I just came up with yesterday. It's an advanced feature, so I'm going to end up paying monthly for that. But it'll be worth it for me because that's essentially if I can get to these payouts, that's one small trade. But yeah, I got to the payout, and then I believed in the system I was using, and I completely screwed up a day, and it got me, and I lost the whole account in the matter of like 5 minutes. I was so mad, and I've been on the quest to get to that payout ever since. But I've changed the strategy I've been using since then as well. So the payout point is 52,600 on the PA accounts. So this account, I was actually at like 51,600, and I took that same trade I just took and lost the money yesterday was the same type of trade I got called on this account. I think the day prior. So it was like it didn't click in my head. That's why yesterday after I took that loss, I told myself I'm not doing that again. And that's when I came up with the extra bands, the alerts. Like I cannot trade now. I cannot take a trade unless I hear that audible sound go off in my ear that we have passed these lower bands, looking for it to get up closer to the higher bands. Unless that happens, I'm not taking a trade. So that's my personal strategy. And I know that the probability is higher for a winning trade if I do that. And I'm tired of just taking losses on trades that are not proven to work. So, hey, Walton, I get it. I appreciate you keeping the sub. I'm hoping to, I'm definitely 100% pushing for futures now. There's not going to be any more stock stuff for a while. I actually, discontinued my DOS. So that money I'm just leaving in Interactive Brokers because they have, it's like 4.83% interest if you park the money there. So it's like 26,200 bucks or something like that. And I could take it out and put it in a savings account that is maybe a little bit more, but just the hassle of doing all that, I can just leave it in that account. And as long as their interest rates stay up, then good to go. Just leave it there. Well, yeah, Welton, did you see the trade from yesterday? Were you here for that? Excuse me. Went down the wrong hole. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can show you real quick. So it was this move right here. So these trades I was fine with, and then I needed $25. My PA or my eval account, this one, I was at $52,975. I needed 25 more dollars to pass the eval because to pass the eval you need to get to 53,000. Well, as it was coming up, I was like, oh, there's some oh crap. I was saying there's some resistance there. As it spikes up to it, I'll just grab that 25 bucks real quick on the move back down to here before it possibly continues. Boy, was I wrong. And then look at what we ended up in. And I gave a lot back. I needed. I wonder why why that didn't go off. There it is. Wish I would have got the ad there. It would have been great. Should have been a little more patient. I didn't think we were going to get that big of a push after this move. Sorry, Paul. You all right, man? You get caught in that? Ah, I was really hoping we get another push back up. I was going to look to restart it. What's up, Adley? Oh, you made money? Nice. Why do you got to walk away? Yeah, no more stocks for now, Adley. They all gone. 21.25. Nice. You got a much better entry than I did. That's where I should have added, to be honest, but just kind of missed it. And then we got the move straight down. You'll blow it. Gotcha. I feel that. I mean, I could have been a little more patient on my first entry, but I think I needed to be a little bit more adamant on the ad there. Would have been a great trade. So it looks like they're using this level. So if we do eventually get a pullback, I would assume it's gonna try to come to here. Kind of let my bias of this line, that's where I started it. But again, now not interested unless we get back up there. It's a shame it was kind of a wasted opportunity. $15. 213. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one there. Flirting with that channel. Last year, the price action in Q is much more clear. Third and fourth quarter, I made 815. Dang. Then the market this year became more event driven and erratic, much smaller days trying to adjust. Yeah. See if we come down to this line. I mean, I have no trade now, which is unfortunate, but I wasn't going to restart it here. I would have restarted it had it done a fake out, but wow, right through it. So this is what I did last time, like, but the other way. I tried to get long here, and then I got caught in the reversal all the way back down. This is basically it was a V. And I got caught in it. I was looking for that exactly, right? That pump right back up, and then I was out. I was just looking for 25 bucks, and then I got smoked. It didn't even do that and then down. It literally just went sideways and then down, and then I got caught. My goal is to get to like 200 a day on one account, and then that way, if I'm making 200 a day on 5 accounts, it's $1,000 a day. That's the idea. I'd love to make 300 a day, which I think eventually I can get to. And on these accounts, it's definitely doable. But my first goal is to just get the payout. Yeah, see, look, this is blowing people out now. Wow. Buying Spirit? That's what the news just sounded like. They reached a sweeping financial agreement, whatever that means. I am trading MNQ. This is the micros. I was trading the minis, and I just realized for the 50K Apex accounts, the minis are brutal. It's just the swings are too much for those accounts. See what? I heard it on. I mean, I don't know if they were talking about like buying it. It said a sweeping financial agreement, whatever that means. Yeah, what it said. Oh, I just realized I was switched on to this account, so it didn't do the copy trader. Dang, so I didn't make anything on the. Oh, that's a bummer. There was no copy trade there. Blah. Quant Tower is not $70 a month. They try to get you to buy. You don't need to buy anything. You just load it up and everything works. Everything you see on my chart is free. The thing that I'm gonna end up paying for is that alert sound that you can hear. That I mean, it has nothing to do with the chart. You should be able to just load Quant Tower up and everything should load. Assuming, are you using Rhythmic accounts? Yeah, they try to get you to pay the 70 per month. That's like the all-in-one. But if you go to there's a breakdown with the features here. I'll give it to you. They kind of hide it so that people will just pay the 70 bucks. But you can get individual like packages based on what you need. Here it is. And how do you know I'm talking? I was not talking to you. Did you figure out the whole Boeing thing? Oh, that's what SPR is? Uh, because then they don't have to sell the planes to make money. They just make money. I don't know. I guess really it's just easier to, to do it the other way. Sir, I hope you get lots of continuation, 'cause then I might get an entry. Oh yeah, save is spirit. You're right. You're right. Addedly, I was trying to do that for a little while. Um, like I was mainly focusing on futures, and then if a stock popped up on the scanner, I would trade it. But I wasn't really like I was pulling a lot of the stocks up, and they just weren't really working. And I was starting to do well with futures, so I decided to focus on it. Gonna be an agreement with Boeing under. It's fine. Yeah, that's what Steve just said. I don't have Discord playing for you guys because I mean they're mainly talking about stocks still. So obviously that's what the whole Discord was based around. But probably we'll end up with two different channels at some point. I was really hoping for a little bit more there, but it's looking like we might have found a bottom. Go. Just feels like that's the bottom. It did the last little liquidity grab there. I thought about hitting the button there, but it's just I'm trying to be selective. Just feels like that might be the bottom. Hopefully I'm wrong. Push, 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 push. Yeah, it just feels like they might be happy with this area being the bottom. To be honest, I want the big push down and then the reclaim of this area. That's what I'd be looking for. Go, go, go. Eh, I'll leave it there. I still feel okay with it where it's at, but needs to do it now. Needs to do it on this push or I'm going to move it. This is the one that's going to fight. There we go. Take that. Patience, patience, patience. That was an easy trade. Had we started it up here somewhere, look how much further it actually went down, right? Now we're in a painful trade. Now, I'm not really sure where I want this because I guess we'd have to go based off these lines from over here. There's an obvious line here, right? So if we get through that, it's not looking great. Kind of got a crap fill there. I thought we were lower than that. Yeah, come on. More little pop up. Struggling to get back up there. This dog. Come on. Get above that candle and we should be all right. Don't want to go below the candle, especially close below the candle. It's not what we're looking for. Because now we're kind of struggling. Definitely don't want to go sideways now. That's definitely not what we want. Come on. Up there. Shit. I really thought about just taking it off there. Come on. It's that one extra push. That's all we need. It's that one extra push. Go, 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 go. Good close of the candle there. Come on. Come on. I really thought we were going to get the push up there. It's struggling too much. Even if it works now, I'm fine. Yeah, of course it's going to work. That's frustrating because I tried to be patient with it, but it kept rejecting that. And that could have shot straight down again, and I didn't. I was at break even. Of course, that was right where my order was too, wasn't it? Addedly, I'm not gone forever, hopefully. Just for right now. I was just looking for that pop just to get out, whether it hit my target or not. I was just trying to make some money on the trade, but it just kept rejecting right there, and I didn't want to chance it doing this candle down here because then I was getting out at the lows there. So jumped out break even. Had we got the better fill, I thought we got a better fill, or well, I thought we should have got a better fill on that, but gave us a pretty crappy one. It would have been a lot easier of a trade because we could have got out green a couple times there. I wasn't going to add that close either. I'm going to go grab another drink. Be right back. Yeah, I was going to go back to the mean, or try to, it looks like. A little frustrating, but I'm not willing to get. Let me just show you kind of what I'm looking at. I know we're closer to the outer band, so it's less likely. But look right here. Got the move up, tried it a couple times, and then we went lower. To me, that's what it felt like. It felt like it kept rejecting that same area, and it wanted to try to move back lower. And in this case, it didn't. I mean, I tried again, but would it have worked? Yes. Had it not, I look like a genius for essentially top ticking that candle when it makes a low. Had I did the same thing up here and got out here, and then it did this, I look like a genius. But this is the trade I'm looking for. That's not the trade we got. So I'm not looking to be a hero. Tucker! Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Their font thing, crap. Like, there's not a way to like center it. Oh, you could open up like a docs or something. It's way too easy. Let's see if it actually works. Just put it all to this. So does it not copy the spaces? You know what I could do? I could just make it a picture. I don't like that this line is right at that first band. I don't like the distance between these two either. And it's like that's what I'm looking for right there. I just need more of an extension. This delayed copy paste save crap is getting on my nerves. I know I saved it. There we go. Should I? Kind of like having that little operation. The length of that. So a little bit. Wonder if that has something to do. Alexa off. How is the copier in Quant Tower latency wise? I mean, I found it to be fine. I gotta go turn the sprinkler off. I mean, I feel like the fills are pretty consistent. I mean, if you're using limit orders too, it's not that big of a deal. I think I'm using stop limits, so it's a little different. Let me go turn the sprinkler off real quick. Yeah, I mean, so the copier, I mean, it's just triggering the same orders at the same price. I mean, I've had no issues with it. I mean, like on that last trade where I hit flatten, I ended up making looks like $2.50 on the eval, but I lost $2 on the funded account. This one is the one where there's 27 on both. 56, 55, minus 1750, minus 1650, minus 750, minus 6. So, I mean, it's pretty close. And there was one trade in here where I didn't take it on both by accident. It looks like this one. I only made $9. I thought I made more than that. Maybe it was this one. No, it wasn't that one. Yeah, I guess it was that one, the $9. I mean, so it's pretty close. I mean, you're talking maybe a tick or two. The camera boom? No, that was I was I'm standing now. I was putting the standing desk up. That's funny. Oh, David's in a trade. He's in Husa. I was really hoping for the shove down, but kind of chopping diagonally now. Did that nutty guy trade? Oh, he did. He actually did pretty good today. A good trade. Usually he only makes like $5 or so when he does, but he made $34 today. Like it. I guess he paid lifetime on all these accounts because I mean they just sit there. He doesn't ever trade them. There's no way he's paying monthly for them. I mean my thought process moving forward is that I should never lose $2,500 in one shot. So if I can get 5 to 10 funded accounts and just pay the lifetime on them, I can just piece at them. It might take a while to get to that first payout, but if I can get to those payouts, I mean they'll be big payouts. I mean you're talking 2,000 over 10 accounts. That's 20 grand. Even if I only get that, you know, four times a year, you're talking 80 grand. And that would be nice. CR chart for the last 4 years and never going to turn away from it again. It's so customizable. It's nuts. You can program studies and bot yourself. Pretty easy too. Nice. I use Quant because that was actually Alpine's the one I was kind of talking to as I got into futures. And I started using it and it does everything that I would need it to do. I mean, I really don't need to pay the $25 a month moving forward for this audible alert. Like I could just be here looking at the charts, waiting for it. But I find by paying that $25 a month, it'll keep me from even thinking of trading like in this area. Because like right now I'm bored, right? I want to trade. But there's my trade's not here. So that I just have to keep reminding myself that. Yeah, so I took a trade here, right? But it was on the other account. No, it's it. I didn't trade this. I swore I really didn't trade that. Time it's 10. Yeah, see that's the one I traded. What's this? Why is it not showing up? Okay, I did. I'm here. No, I'm trading till like 11:30, 12 o'clock. That's when I feel like the volatility really kind of dies off. It's kind of the same as it was with stocks, really. Kind of lines up. Nice trades, by the way, on AMD and Tesla. I know, it was very weird. I heard you say you were in Tesla, and I was like, I even said I said it out loud. I was like, that's my job. But then I think I heard you smart alecally say, yeah, but I make money on it or something. Or yeah. Oh yeah. No, I thought that's what I heard, and I chuckled in the back of my head. I think I was just talking and finishing a thought, talking to someone on stream, so that's why I didn't say anything back. James, what's up? Being bored is a great indicator you're following your plan. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I was scrolling through X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and this I've never saw this person before in my life. This his Go Shock Trades, I think it is, but he had a post from. Let me see. Oops, me. It was from July 6th. He posted this, and I have no idea how it ended up on my feed as I'm scrolling, but it says. Here, I'll just pull it over. It says 90% of profitable trading is waiting. I've noticed a clear correlation. The longer I stare at charts, the more trades I force. Waiting often feels like wasted time, building frustration in our trading. That's why you need a hobby, even better when it's productive. So the last part obviously doesn't really matter to me, but and I guess you could say my hobby is YouTube, but I commented, I was like, randomly just came across this and 100% need to read this today. Thank you. Because yesterday, my problem was just that. Like I was bored and staring at the charts, and I found a trade I shouldn't have taken, and it blew up in my face. So, I mean, there's something to be said there. And if you look at my P&L from trading stocks, yeah, pull that up. So this is my full trading career. My full trading career in stocks is about to pop up whenever it pops up. Come on, come on. That's the other thing too. Like if I'm walking around the house doing chores, eating lunch or something, all I gotta do is listen for that audible alert. I don't have to worry about anything. It's kind of nice. It's gonna load. I'm telling you, ever since that Windows update, man, it has not treated my computer well. Like it never takes this long to load. So during this period, I mean, even over here, it's just I feel like the market was not really presenting the opportunities that I was used to during all this. But I would sit on my, I mean, there were so many no trade days in here. Like I was only taking 2, 3 trades a day, and it was just frustrating. But I was making money, so I kept doing it. But then, as you can see, this year, the top of this candle is literally the beginning of this year, and we took that huge loss on Tesla. Actually, I think this was Tesla. I don't remember. I took some huge loss that I just kept averaging into, and then I changed my max loss, and it was just bad. But ever since then, I just could never really recover. It was like I'd have a decent upswing, and then I'd have a max loss, a decent upswing, and then a max loss, and it just kept happening. And then finally, I started to realize like we just weren't getting the opportunities, and then that's when I started looking around for something different. This last little upswing was actually trading more like Devin does in the Discord, and it was working, but it was just not me. That was not my type of trading at all, and I just couldn't see it. Like he would be looking to get short here for continuation to the downside. It's just not who I am. Yeah, set it and forget it. That's essentially what I can do now. With this audible alert, I can literally just walk around the house, and that's that. So like when I end the stream with you guys, like throughout the rest of the day, I'm not really interested, but I can still listen just in case something were to pop. Staying trades longer if they're working in my favor. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing what I'm doing, it's hard to determine that. But if you're looking at a longer time frame, then I get it. Once you pass the eval account, do you keep the profits earned in there or give a to give a buffer? Yeah, no, it gets deleted and you start over. You then have to work yourself out of the threshold in your PA. So how it works is there like a draw tool on it? Draw tool quant tower. That's not quant. Indicator with custom painting. It's got to be some kind of a drawing tool. All of them. Text, note, brush marker. Yes. Yes. Okay. I want to change color. Let's just do like blue. It's going to be light for you probably. Let's do white. Solid, yeah. A little thinner. There we go. Okay. So let's say you start at 50K. Gotta click it again. Oh. I just make this its own. Oh, I can make it a favorite. There we go. Okay. So you start with 50K. Oh, that's what. Are you telling me I'm gonna have to click it every time? What is this? You know what? I gotta epi. Let's paint. Epic pen. Did I delete that? Oh, I didn't think I deleted. All right. Anyways, I'm just gonna. This is frustrating because here, I'll just do it on here for now. All right. So you start with 50K. You got to get to 53K. Maybe a pop up here would be nice. See, audible alert at work. We'll put the order out as I described because we're not going to get filled unless the alert goes off again. So you got 50K to 53K to pass the eval with a trailing drawdown of 2.5K, right? So you got that 2.5K buffer that's going to follow you into that 53, all the way up to 53K. Once you get to 53K, you pass. You then fund the account. You then start again with 50K. Now, until you get to 52,600, I really suck at drawing on a mouse. Your trailing drawdown will continue to follow you until 52,600. Once your trailing drawdown gets to that, your drawdown will be 50,100. Now, Now keep in mind, you can withdraw at this point at 52,600. That will leave you with 52,500 or 50,500, 600, sorry. I can't do math. 50,600, giving you a $500 buffer to work with. But you get the payout. However, every dollar that you go over this amount, this will no longer change. So once you get to 50,100, your trailing drawdown stays at 50,100. So you could get to 100,000 in the account and your trailing drawdown will still be down at 50,100. So the idea, if you can, is to build a buffer away from this. So like if you can get up to like 60,000, when you withdraw money, now you won't be anywhere near that 50,100 because that's that trailing drawdown that we're talking about, that 2.5. And that's it. Cancel this order. You have a 50K account with 3K target, you want to make 3K, then get to the PA, then you have to, yeah. Yep. No problem, James. All right, Paul. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Come on, baby, go. Perfect pullback, just not enough of a push. I'm actually trading both right now. I'm copy trading. So how you heard that like double click and placing the order? That's both accounts going out. A big news. Awesome sweeps. 30 minutes, there's a few small. Yeah. So I've actually been paying attention to that. I try not to be in the market at the half hours because that's usually when the news comes out. So I pay attention to what time it is. Next one's at 12:30. Thank you. 7-day mandatory profit target. Or sure, there's not. So what you need to do if you're using quant hour, what you can do is you can come up here, change to one contract, and then oh yeah, I guess you can't see which account I'm on. Just noticed that. Maybe I'll figure that out. I thought you could see that whole bar. Um, you can see it. That's right. I'll figure that out in a sec. Anyways, come up here, go to one contract, and then you click on no stop loss. Just change it to 2, and then take profit 2. So now when you place an order, when it gets filled, you're either going to make 2 ticks or lose 2 ticks. And that's it. And on the MNQ, one contract, 2 ticks is 50. It's $1. And that counts as a trade. So essentially you want to trade normal. If you get to 53K before the 7 days, then you just do that. Just all you need to do is open and close the trade. So you literally lose or gain $1 doing it that way, plus the commissions. Apex is stronger. I think I'm going to sign up and trade it alongside my normal options. I watch the NQ, etc. all day anyway while I was trading. Yeah. I mean, I see no reason, like, I see no reason to not try with like the prop firms, especially Apex, especially if you get them at the discount. Like right now, I think it's like $50, which isn't bad. If you wait for 80%, I think it's like $40. And then if you wait for the 90%, it's under $20 for each account for the eval. So for $20, you get a chance to get to the funded state. And then when you get to the funded state, it's another $85. So you're talking a smidge over $100 all in. That's it. Like you can't risk any more than that. I mean, you can pay per month if you hold on to the account that long. But then you go into you have the opportunity to make $2,000 on that account. So if you get to payout, you make $2,000, you spent 100, you just paid for essentially 19 more funded accounts. Not 19, 10. Well, 9 more. No, it is 19 more, right? Yeah, 2,000 because you're only paying 100. So it's like if you get the payout once, you're essentially free rolling from that point forward until you catch back up if you do. But if you got funded and got a payment, you're probably going to be able to do it again within the next 19 tries if you're getting them at 90% off. I have like, I don't know, it's a hair. Hold on, give me don't see anything. I mean, I guess you can see on the rhythmic up there with the green, white and green. Funding companies are great, kind of an honest scam. Yeah, for leverage. I've said since the beginning that these are Ponzi schemes. Think about it. They're literally a Ponzi. They're taking money from people, and the only time that they're paying money out is when people ask for it. It's literally a Ponzi. Like if I were to ask 100 people for money, the only difference between this one, like you said, it's honest, is they're essentially saying, we're taking your money, but this is how you earn it back. They're not like guaranteeing a rate of return or whatnot. But it's the same as like what I'm about to say is a Ponzi. I say, hey, to 100 people, give me your money and I'll give you these returns. And the only time I'm paying money back out is when people ask for it to cash out, right? But if I'm constantly showing fake returns, I can just spend that money, and that's literally a Ponzi. But what they're doing is they're saying, hey, you could make all this money, right? So they're floating that same idea, but they're making you earn it. But essentially, it's the same thing as a Ponzi, but it's they found a loophole. They found a loophole. Because, yeah, they're just sim accounts. They're literally demo accounts. And these orders that all these people trade in prop firms are not going to the market. None of them. But yeah, they're literally yeah, you you perfectly know exactly what's going on. They're literally taking the money from all the losing traders to pay out the few that do cash out, that actually make it to pay out. At no point were they ever risking their own money, which it's genius. I mean, it's genius, but it's also why I have a feeling it won't be around forever. They're going to close the loophole at some point. I'll start making some food. I'm getting pretty Right back. I was just thinking about you. Why I was the cream. I was. Looks like they have them. How much? It's on their site. Super. Oh no, it's just members, Mark. Right, right. Right. That's the one I've been loving. Called like Kickin' Buffalo. Let me see what you guys are saying. There is that was 4x though, wasn't it? Yeah, Southwest. Southwest. Urban Spring. Just Kicking Buffalo. Got like a little Southwest. I go. But the reason I don't get this, I didn't know. I remember getting in it. Yeah, no, I have my Southwest. Be cool. See if it works. Yeah, I know. I'm just letting it cool for a sec. Also, these cases take time, so even if they hunt for, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I've been to everyone who's been talking to me about. I was like, well, my goal now is to try to make as much as I can while I can, so that if something does happen to them, I can take that money and open a real account. Because if I can be consistent and actually like show that I'm making money trading this way, then there's no reason I shouldn't be able to take a real account and do the same thing. Nice discipline. Thanks, James. Appreciate that. It's 4x, but some points. Well, they also said that they were doing some shady stuff anyway, right? Like it wasn't just they were a prop firm, like they were doing shady stuff on the back end. Cuz like what about all the other forex prop firms? Like not all of those got touched right away. Video linked at the end, YouTube. The truth about prop firms sees. Yeah, I'll pull it up. I'm curious. I'm gonna copy paste what you said. There it is. Scalpify. He's got 49 subs. Gonna be a good video. It's only got 49 subs. I'm not saying that it can't be. They were manipulating spreads. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what TradeNet used to do. So here's why America's fat. I put these nuggets in the air fryer, right? But I have a scale. See it? So I put these nuggets in. I don't know if you counted, but there's 7. On the back of the bag, it says for every 4 nuggets, it's 210 calories. And then it gives you the grams, right? And it says 85 grams. Well, I pull out my scale and I'm weighing them. I got to 7 and I was over 85 plus 85 because I was doing double. It was 210 calories. I was just like, all right, 420 calories for some nuggets for lunch. That's perfect for me. Get protein, nuggets are good, et cetera, et cetera. I have the sugar-free barbecue sauce as well. So it'd be like I always round up. So say 450 calories for lunch. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, it was 7 nuggets and we were over, it was like 180 grams. So if I wanted to add a whole nother nugget, that's putting me like way over just because it says 4 nuggets per serving size or whatever. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. That's why America's fat. They just look at the back. They don't have, a lot of people don't have scales. They're like, oh, 4 nuggets. All right. And then you put that in, you're eating a whole extra nugget over time, just like in the world of stocks and the market in general, like small things add up. I'm not taking anything away from him because he's a small channel. I was just curious. A lot of people that just start out, they don't put out like great quality. So that's what I was asking. Appealing to his, so painting the situation with black. I'm watching it while I eat. The nugget compound effect. Nuggets are not the greatest, but we bought them for the kids to try. They didn't like them, and I wasn't gonna throw them away. So when I'm in losing weight mode, I don't really care what I eat as long as it's all about surviving. Yeah, see, so that's what they were doing, or well, accused of doing. They were delaying the execution of orders so that they would get slippage in the wrong direction. Like that's just being fishy. Like if you're not doing that, then as of right now, they don't have anything against you. Now imagine they were only doing that to the funded accounts. Oh, you got so close. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like he's going based off of the obvious. But I agree that I'm just going to be using it until it's no more. I guess the whole point, to me anyway. I know what it is. I know what they're doing. I know it's shady, but until they stop it, I'm just going to keep doing it. And the reason for that is because I think that I can actually be profitable. So they know they're making their money based off of the 90%. Because think about it, who's using the prop firms? The people that aren't profitable to begin with. So the people that are going to be signing up for these accounts are already like they're already getting the 90% most likely. And their stats have shown that. Like 9% of people pass the evals. I was hoping for one more push here. I was hoping to get a trade. And probably shut it down at 12. Need to get some stuff done. Got to go to the store, get some grocery shopping done. I will obviously be back in the morning, but looks like we're just kind of chopping at this point. I cleared my alerts so that, oh yeah, let me see if I can do that real quick before I go. See if I can this a bit. Did I just cut it off? I don't remember cutting that part off. Yeah, I did. Play. Yeah, it looks like, no. It says it's there. I must need to, wait, no, you can see it. Wait, what? Was that always there? I didn't change anything. What the heck? Now I'm gonna need to scroll back in my live stream. Why is it cut off? It's cutting it off on YouTube, but it should be there. Why? Why is it doing? Wait, does it cut the? It does. What the heck? Am I zoomed in on YouTube somehow? Hit refresh. Now what the heck? I hit refresh and it's all there. I must have. Can you zoom in on YouTube? Is that a thing? Quality. So this whole time it was right. I just whatever. It would also collect other aspects like making most income due to suspect a rule. Let me. You offering or anything. Aw, that's what people are concerned about, but I agree with that. Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I'm not really too concerned about it because like you just said, I don't think it's gonna happen overnight. Oh, maybe. It'll push down here. I would think if we can spike right into this area from like right now, we would actually get a decent bounce before trying to continue. But it would have to happen right now. It's bouncing right off whatever line this was that it didn't bounce off earlier. Alrighty, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll put the video out later. Decent day. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Until then, stay safe. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. I'll see you in the morning. Later. Did you say something else? Couldn't? No. Okay. Just making sure I was caught up. Oh no, you did. So that was what you were. Oh no, yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah, man. Good to see you again. I will.